What's up, Rangers of the Geek Chest? My name's Steve, and today I'm doing another custom figure video for you guys. This time, using the same spawn figure we did previously, but we're going to do him in more of a commando style. As you can see, he's already got some night vision goggles that I've already found. These I'm going to permanently attach to his head, which, first thing first, I'm going to be adding a little bit of white, because I kind of want to brighten them up just a little bit. I think that's really it for the paint job that I really want to change, because for the most part, I think the black's fine. I was thinking about maybe darkening it a little bit. I might do that just to make it stand out a little bit more than the other one, but I don't really want to add reds. For the most part, he'll stay, other than that, pretty much the same. I did take a bunch of pockets off a bunch of other figures, though, and some accessories that I've had, because, I've had these Call of Duty guys sitting around that I bought mainly because they were on clearance, and I kind of wanted the guns for the first Spawn figure. But now that we have more of the actual bladed weapons, I figured it'd be cool to make a Spawn specifically for the guns. So I got a special material for the cape that I'm going to be using. The only thing that I'm seeing on this guy I want to try to keep, or at least remove, outside of I didn't know his hair could come off, is he has this headset. I kind of want to take this headset off to put on Spawn. But I'll show you guys how to do that real quick. It's just really simple. X-Acto knife. At least for this, I think I gotta X-Acto knife it. I could try heating it up. We'll do that first. Because for any of the soft bits you see on these figures, I just back the camera. For instance, a lot of this is from a Black Ops Matt Frank, or Captain Frank, whatever his name is. But you have the pockets on them, and the way you get these off, you just take the hairdryer, you heat it up, and just slowly pry it off, because it softens up a little bit and kind of loosens the glue. That's where actually a lot of these pockets are from. For him, for the most part, I haven't really taken anything. This I think is pretty much going to be the only thing. We could give Spawn the hat. I think Spawn would be kind of cool with the hat. Probably not. Maybe we'll mess around with it. I see that if I can remove this part, it might actually fit. So, anyways. Alright, still going to use the back part of the X-Acto knife. Just try to get in here and raise it up a little bit without breaking it. Doesn't look like it's going to affront me the what I want to do. Oh, that tire piece is in there. Oh. Okay, so we might have to do it this way. Just be very careful. Again, if you guys are going to be using X-Acto knives, be super careful with it. Because you can definitely chop off bits. Don't want to do that. I actually think I'm going to try to take off a little bit extra of his head. Just so that I know I got enough pieces. I can always shave off a little bit later. Like here, I'm just going to kind of dig into his head a little bit. So that's off. As you can see, it's got a little bit of his head on it, but you can see on the back, that's kind of where my black lining is. I want to get everything else off. So I'm going to clean this up a little. There we go. So I got the little comb. That'll just go right on the side here. Essentially, my game plan is to kind of just have it tucked up under this, to coincide with the night vision goggles. But now, I'm going to get... I think I'm going to try to still relatively paint him intact. Because for the most part, I'm not too concerned about getting all up in the nooks and crannies. Just as long as there's enough that I'm posing him, it's not going to show the intersection. So, well then, I'm also kind of afraid of breaking them. Because getting these kind of pockets, I snapped the figure in half trying to do it. So, I don't want to do the same. But we are going to remove the cape back here because we are replacing that. And then it'd be easier to paint on the back section here too. So again, take the hairdryer, heat this up, loosen it up a bit. I know on my previous one I had to cut it off. And it looks like I'm probably going to have to do the same thing here. Which is a shame. I do want to still try to save these because I'll probably reuse those. I'm probably going to try to actually smooth this section out, I think. Alright, so that's off. So now, when I go to attach the other cape, I usually put some Velcro on the back here, so it gives them a smooth surface. It's the same with here as well. I want to do the same. Ooh, why has he got some silver? Oh, that's weird. So next, painting them. I'm actually going to pop the head off here too. I think it's a little easier for me. So we're going to need black paint, white paint. Pretty simple. Now I'm not going to record me painting the entire thing. I'll show you guys essentially the head. And then we'll get into the rest of the body. But I'm just going to eventually find my paintbrush. I guess we'll do the black first. See how I like that? I usually like with the stuff, I like airbrushing it, but I think for this, I'm just kind of just paint it the way it sits right now. But because for the most part, it's not super smooth, so me darkening it, like that, I can really see any of the paintbrush's strokes, so it won't bother me personally. But you want to make sure you're just lightly going over top of it. Don't add too much paint to it, because like I mentioned, I'm trying to just darken it. I'm not really looking to really hide any of the detailing. Now you might be asking yourself why I'm painting over the eyes. It's because, one, like if I wanted to, I could re-go them anyways. And two, I'm covering them with the goggles anyways, so you're not going to see them. So I just want the white showing through. Now I'm just going to go through my black, clean up the white I kind of spread over top of certain areas, and then good to go. So there is new face. We're going to be covering it up. I think I'm going to seal it first, and then we'll start adding all the stuff to it and go from there. Just so you guys know what this is, it's 50% water, 50% clear Mod Podge. Well, just Mod Podge in general. I use the matte because I don't want it to really have, I don't think I want to have a glossy finish, but I want it to have like enough of a finish that's not going to peel off as I'm working on this section here. So, shake this guy up really good. And I just, sometimes I airbrush it. This I think I'm just going to brush on and call it a day, but we'll see. We'll try the brush on and see how that goes. Brush it on lightly. Don't want to go too hard because you don't want to remove paint. The reason I don't think I mentioned though is why I watered in the Mod Podge. One, I could put through an airbrush and I didn't have any extra laying around. And two, it evaporates a lot faster. But you still get the nice little coat over top of it. So you can see it's like a little bit shinier, but not like super glossy. And it helps to make the paint ups pop a little bit better. Anyways, start reattaching. Probably actually have to heat this back up, just so it stretches a little bit. There we go. So now he's got his goggles on. And again, just gonna kind of glue this on the back, I think. I don't know, it's pretty freaking on there. I don't know if I'm super concerned about it. We're here, might as well. Alright, probably get it once it's dry, so more likely I have to go back over this a slight bit of paint, but it's a learning process. Alright, so next we need my little comm piece. Not sure where the tiny little guy went. There it is. I think I just place it under there and try to slide it up. Take a little bit of glue. Spawn's got a little mouthpiece now. I know the one thing's supposed to be like in his ear, but I think it looks fine. So I feel like you can almost say like the earpiece is there, but it's got a little extra piece. Just wait for the glue to harden, then we'll come back and touch it up a little bit. Good to go. Next, I'll just be doing the same thing for this, just going over them with the brush, blacken up the blacks, brighten up the whites. See you in a bit. I just want to bring up here, the reason why I'm not really tearing this guy apart is for the most part, I'm just trying to like brighten and darken him in areas. So for the most part, like again, if I don't get it everywhere, it's not super noticeable. It's the big part here is like I had to take the top off to make sure the white, but the black here isn't like that much more drastic than the black that I'm putting on right now. So if there's like little nooks and crannies when he's like articulating it, it's not going to be a big deal. Also, it's for me. Like this isn't really like a commission or anything. Commission I'd probably be a little bit more particular in how I'm doing this. But for something that's just going to stand on my shelf and for the most part not move, it doesn't really need to be perfect. Just good enough. And to be honest, even if I was doing this for commission, this would probably be one of the easier ways to do it, like cost ways. Because one thing about doing commissions is pretty much like the more work you gotta invest in tearing the figure apart and painting each individual section, then having to reattach it, make sure nothing breaks, nothing snaps. It costs money. And with this, it's not like these are articulated, but like it's not ball joints, it's not parts that are gonna rub. So when you like shifts, this joint's gonna be the same color. And for the most part, painting joints is a pain in the butt. Especially if you're trying to change the entire color of the figure. So like say I was trying to make this go from black to, we'll say, a light gray. I could paint the joint, but it's just going to peel off over time anyways with excessive use. So it don't really matter what I'm doing to it there. Unless you actually like shape the joint down, but then you run the risk of loosening the figure up. So for the most part, especially joint figures, figures like this where it's going to be articulated and there's no way I can really hide it, you just kind of got to roll with it. Like this Spawn in particular, I would never want to try to brighten in a section that requires the joints. Next thing I did was just eyeballed my red to try to match this here. And I'm just going to paint all the pockets and pockets to kind of match. And then get some copper, because it looks like he has like little like gold buckles. Gold clips over his buckles. And once it's all dry, we'll add it to everything and start clearing. Alright, so for this next part, I'm just going to cut out some actual little leather I got. Because I can't find my little plastics I was going to use for this, and this should work alright. Ideally, I kind of want to match that strip there. So we got my little leather strap that's going to essentially connect these to that. I'm going to have to paint them too, but I think I'll do that once I get it actually on the leg. So this one, I'm going to attach like so. And I have the strap going across there. We're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to go slightly bigger. So again, what I usually do is I'll just shave a little bit off. And just keep kind of working it until it seems like it's going to be good. So a little more. There we go. Dollop of glue. A little dollop of glue. Stick that guy in. Stick that guy in. Now I should stay in. Take my brush. Try not to get any on the actual leg. We're just gonna tint it to the color of that to match. I think it matches decently. It's got a little more texture now. But now he's got pockets on both sides. Gonna do these. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna go with this. I don't know if I want to go that crazy because he's already gonna have this on the upper chest portion here. Trying to be good. I don't want to scuff the paint, but I want it like that. So add the glue. Add the glue around here. A little bit on the chop here. Hold it in place. Alright. Now, I just want to make sure that one is going to stay into. I'm not messing with the articulation at all. It's my only concern. Because what I want to do is I kind of want to add this here. Go around the waist. So it's almost like he has a belt plus his little skeleton. Little skeleton belt. Because as you see, it kind of lifts up and it looks like it's supposed to be there. Yes, I kind of like the look, so I think I'm just going to go with it. Because he doesn't really need it on the back here, so yeah, we'll do that. So now we just let it dry. You'll still have some articulation there. Now he's got all the pockets all the time. Gotta make Rez happy. Lots of accessories here and there. I still kind of want to put one on his arm. I think would be alright, like right there. Because again, can't have too many storage spaces, if you will. I don't know. I guess I could probably live without that one. To be honest, these are kind of too small. Looking at them. So I think we're gonna call it good there. There we go. Now we just gotta clear coat him and then work on his cape. Alright, so real quick, just want to show you guys starting to work on the cape portion. So what I did, made a new template because I want this to be a little different than the last one we did. Because I kind of want it to be clean. I don't think I want all the phrase on the cape, as it were, because with it being nano, I want it to be kind of high tech so it looks like it's supposed to. So when you're putting it on, like, it could sort of like wrap around him to make camouflage is kind of what I was thinking. So having a bunch of phrase in it, I don't know if that'd be a good idea. But then again, it is Spawn. So I was thinking of kind of making like a wide little, almost like wings, essentially. So what I did was I taped this down, made sure my measurements were even. This is essentially at the base mark line, and I just moved the papers up to line up with the 11th. Did the same side there, and then just taped it up. And then to get both my sides even, I'll just fold it down the center. I'll draw my wing the way I want it, and then cut it out. And then that'll be the base template for the bottom of the cape, and then we'll still have to make the actual like cowl around the neck. So that being said, just realized my AC was on in the background, just shut off, so sorry about that. But like I said, I kind of want to make it like decent, like a really big wing, methinks. So maybe something like that. Kind of like that. That look good. All right. And then just fold it, cut it up. And then I'm going to use the heat tape like I did the last one. But what I'm going to do for this one is the wire is literally just going to go along the top here. And then just kind of bend it into the right shape that I need. I forgot my, whatchamacallit wire upstairs? My flower wire is usually what I use. Just because it's really thin. Hopefully with the fabric I bought, it won't be too obnoxious looking. So I'll go get that, and then we will see if I still got the template for the old cowl that I had. Otherwise, we gotta make a new one. Alright, what I did, I grabbed old Spawny Boy here. Used this because I lost the template, so I just kind of re-went over my my old cape, which I gotta adjust now. But I just got the overall measurements, like the design down. As you can see here, that's kind of what I did. That cape was actually just pretty much all freehand because I didn't want it to look consistent anyways. While this, I'm going to try to make it a little bit more angular. Because again, we're trying to make it look a little bit more scientific-y, I guess is the best way to put it. It's like something somebody would make. So anyways, so we'll do this. What I'll probably do is, again, I'll leave the excess fabric around here so I can get it glued inside the actual thing. But other than that, should be pretty much about it. So cut the stuff out and then we can start gluing the cape together. Alright, so as you guys can see, we made a little bit of progress on the cape, as in the cape is essentially done. I'll show you guys close-ups here in a bit, but two things I messed up on. One, I made the chain too tight, and we still got to put the Velcro on so that cape will stay permanently affixed. Well, permanently as in it's removable. So I'm gonna pop the head off real quick. That was a little harder than I remember. This isn't also glued on all the way, so doesn't want to stay. Anyways, gotta fix the cape. And by fix, I mean we popped the glue seam, so we gotta fix that too. Alright, so first and foremost, I guess since this is popped off, we'll fix this. But all I'm doing is I just want to make the chain longer. I'm thinking about double. So I gotta pry one of these apart. And then attach more chain to it. My problem is I got such fat fingers that it's really hard to do this little tiny intricate stuff. This part out, get it around my little skull, and squeeze it back into place. Essentially all I'm really doing is just squeezing the metal in between so it's pinching the skull. And the nice thing too about this fabric is it doesn't really stain with the super glue either, so it's been pretty good stuff to work with. Attach it right here. It actually attaches pretty quick too. So now, hopefully, yeah, now it's not going to be quite as choking them anymore. Alright, so next we are fixing all the Velcro onto the Spawn figure. Just got some Velcro here. This will be cutting at the size. Forget how I have it. I think I want the roughy bit on the actual Spawn, just because it kind of looks cooler. So this will go on the back here. I'm just going to kind of cut it to size. Oh, so close. It's a little wide. So the cape has a connecting point on the back here, and then we're just going to put two on the straps here to kind of cover up the little nicks, the parts that we didn't make super clean. Now with the cape, I'm usually a lot more liberal with the Velcro because I just want it to kind of like hook and then I can adjust and tweak. And I don't want to try to get it to be like, it's got to be specifically in one spot. So, like the strip here, I'm just going to literally run this down the back here. So like I said, this is going to go in the back here. Just run it down the back. And then we're going to put two here for the shoulder areas, and that'll pretty much be about it. So should look like this. It's not the prettiest, but you're not going to see it. And here's the end result for the Commando / Stealth Spawn. And overall, pretty happy with it. Cape's a bit frustrating. I love the design for it with the nano here, because I think it makes it look very futuristic, very like operative. But trying to get it attached to him hasn't been fun because it's a little heavier, so the Velcro doesn't really want to hold onto the guy. I actually had to set it up a little differently. I don't want to take it all the way up, but you guys can see there's the Velcro here. I took them off the shoulders because they were doing jack, and actually have it running up the back of his neck to kind of help hold the cowl in place. But again, because of the weight, it's not really working per se. So might have just needed to get some higher strength Velcro, because this is like 10-pound Velcro, which I thought would be enough, but I guess not. But anyways, you guys can see he's got a little gun hanging out here. I just kind of tossed it into his chains, thought it looked kind of cooler. But paint job looks nice. Got the paint job over the goggle, well, not over the goggles, on the face there to brighten up the detailing for the whites. Has the M16 from, I think that was also from the Frank, where all these pockets are from. We can see stripes on the body, brighten up, it's got some extra pockets. You'll see it doesn't strap around to the back, but nobody will ever know, because you're just going to stand to myself kind of like this aiming at things, so it's going to be fine. Extra pockets on this leg as well they didn't have, as you saw in the... Good, it was the gun. He has the leather strap here to kind of replicate what's going on over here, but a little different because the pockets are different, so I kind of want to make it look a little mishmashed, if you will. And yeah, super pleased with it. Like, even the black came out nice, the clear stayed on good. You can still articulate, and it doesn't really look too drastic compared to the paint job. It's also not really rubbing off on the back. And yeah, super stoked. But let me guys know in the comment section below if there's other customs you guys would be interested in possibly seeing. I might try to work something out. I'm almost done with the Manda here. We have a Malusaurus coming up. And then I got the startings of a manga female spawn in the works too. So look forward to that. And the Raw 10 review should be out tomorrow for the Cygor that you'll see in the thumbnail for this guy. And help us defeat those guys just by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a Ranger Dave. I also have Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, Facebook. Guys like to keep up to date with channel and donate. Also, you can check out my Instagram down in the description too if you guys would like to get a commission done for a custom. Probably work something out. Kind of busy this month, but probably next month might be able to do stuff. And see you guys next video. Bye-bye.